Hello, dear students. This video is exclusively made for the plus 2 students of Odisha for the stream of Arts, Science and Commerce. And this is for English, for the prose part of English. And you know, this year the syllabus has been reduced, unlike the other years where you have to read 5 pieces of prose. This year you have to read just 3 pieces of prose, and the prose that you are going to study are My Greatest Olympic Prize, An Examination and The Portrait of a Lady. Generally, you have to read the prose part this year carefully. You have to remember that because you don't know what the question pattern is going to be. Generally, before the corona situations, the question pattern was not memory based. There would be some passages and the questions would be based on that passages, and you have to answer reading that passages. But last year, it was decided that the questions would be completely different. There would be MCQs, and if that happens, then you need to understand, you need to remember the very part of your prose and poetry. So, keeping that in mind, I am going to make a detailed summary of each prose, and in this video, my discussions would be on the first prose of the syllabus, the prescribed plus 2 syllabus, My Greatest Olympic Prize. And this prose is quite interesting in the sense that recently the Olympic has been completed and Indians have done their exceptional job in that Olympic. It was for the first time that Indian won gold medal in the track and field events, and Neeraj Chopra, the winner of the gold medal in javelin throw, became sensations, became the celebrity, the current celebrity of the Olympic Games so far India is concerned. So the charms of Olympic Games have been there, and then we have to study it against that backdrop. Besides that, you can understand how important gold medal is. When a person of India can win a gold medal and he became the hero, the overnight hero, he became the internet sensation. You can think of the situations when a person can win 4 gold medals. 4 gold medals in a single Olympic Games. And we are going to read the prose by that person. This prose is written by someone who himself is an athlete, a great athlete, and he is no other than Jesse Owens. He has talked about his experience in the long jump. Before going into the prose, I like to throw a little bit of light on the life of Jesse Owens. Jesse Owens is a great athlete. From the very beginning of his life, he had been quite interested in running and different sort of sporting activities. He had faced a lot of struggles in his life. He had faced racial discrimination, social isolations, poverty, and many other problems. But that problems could never come in the way of his progress, never come in the way of fulfilling his own dreams. And he won gold medal in the 1936 Olympics that was held in Berlin, gold medal in 100-meter race, gold medal in 200-meter race, gold medal in long jump, and gold medal as a part of relay race team, 4 into 100-meter race, and that was exceptional. He created miracles. He created miracles in the sense that he created records. And that records remain unchallenged, unbroken, unbeaten for almost 25 years. And that itself is a record remained unbroken for 25 years. And we are going to talk about his own experience. His own experience. And this proves my greatest Olympic prize by Jesse Owens is consisted of 3 units, and in this video I am going to deal with the first unit. In the first unit, he talked about the background of that Olympic Games. The Olympic game was held in Berlin in 1936. Hitler was the ruler and he was a dictator. You understand, you know what kind of person is Hitler, what kind of ruler is Hitler. He was a dictator and you can understand dictator क्या कर सकते हैं. Whatever they say, that becomes the rules. Their words are the rule book, the source of the rule book. If anyone is going to oppose him, that person is either going to be exterminated or extradited. There is no options, and against that backdrop, the Olympic was held, and at the same time, वो सोच रहे थे कि his own people are considered to be master race. His own people are superior to any other people in every aspect of life. He believes in Aryan superiority theory. यह है कि उनका जो लोग है, the people of German are considered to be superior to other people. And during that time, because of these feelings, because of this environment, atmosphere, mindset, nationalistic feelings were running high in Germany. It was so high that almost you can say chauvinism was almost emerging. Nationalistic feelings were at an all-time high, at its peak. It was at the climax. And when this is at the top, nationalistic feelings were at the top, sometimes what happens, excess of anything is bad. If you think of yourself so much, then it may happen that you start hating others. कोई भी जरूरत से ज्यादा हो वो खराब है. When excessive nationalistic feelings would be there is the chance of chauvinism. Means you will start hating the people of other countries, people of other race. And it happens with Hitler. It happens with the situations that Germany was going through during that time. So, here in this case, Jesuits had to participate against that background, against that situation. Jesuits couldn't find it in his favor. Still, he was not worried about that. क्योंकि लिए he had worked hard. वो बहुत काम किए थे. He had put in a lot of effort. He had worked hard. He had trained himself for almost 6 years. For almost years. Keeping in mind the Olympic Games of 1936. And he had the ambitions of winning the medals. And he was not worried. He was not scared at all. Because he had already set the world record. During that time, as a university student, he had jumped almost 26 feet, 8.14 inches, and that was a world record during that time. He had already set the record before joining the Olympic Games, so he was not worried about at all. But the situation was something different, not in his favor. In the meantime, the trial round for the Olympic jump, long jump started, the qualifying round, and a tall boy from Germany, from the Hitler's party, came to the scene. He jumped and he easily qualified the qualifying round, the first round, in his first attempt. He qualified in his first attempt, and his name was Luzlong. This didn't matter most to Jesse Owens because, as I have already told, he had worked hard and he had created records also. But what annoys him the most, जो उनको ज्यादा तकलीफ दिए, that was that the mindset that the people of Hitler's party, so-called the Aryans, are superior to other people. This mindset irritates Jesse Owens to a great extent. he had no grudge against Luzlong. But he thought if Luzlong is going to win, then what Hitler had thought of will stand intact, will prove correct. So he had to win at any cost. And he believed that he had to show what he is made of. He can do anything. He wanted to create ripples. And on the basis of that, in a process of showing himself, he thought, yes, I will show myself. I will show what I am made of, even in the qualifying round. And this is the end of the first unit. And generally you can understand, अगर आपके मन में कंट्रोलिंग पावर नहीं है, अगर if you are not able to take control of your emotions, you will fall flat in any walks of life. And when it comes to sports, it is very difficult to have control over your emotions and feelings. You should know how to master your anger. Unless you know how to master your anger, you are going to be in trouble. There is no doubt about that. And that's why perhaps in order to destabilize the mental faculty, mental balance of the sports person, sometimes the opponents try to use abusive language, try to use different sort of situations that may destabilize the mind of the sports person or make the mental balance losing its calmness and composure. And when it happens, the sports person cannot win. And perhaps that's the reason that most of the Australian players use sledging, the different sort of unparliamentary language, create different sort of situation that the batsman will lose his or her cool. The batsman, the batter will lose his or her cool, and in the meantime, they will take advantage of that situation. So in the second unit, we are going to see whether Luzlong will have the advantage, or whether Jisung manage to maintain his cool and get through the qualifying rounds. We have to see and we have to look into. So thank you very much for the first unit, and you can watch the second unit in my next video. If you like this video, put a thumbs up and share it, and if you are new to this channel, subscribe it. Thank you so much.